And we're back. Welcome to the Pod. Weather the Storm Entertainment presents the Pod. I'm your host, Dwayne Weathers.
Phil White.
Ramane Jones.
Those are my two brothers, my two co-hosts, the best two co-hosts in podcast industry. As you can see, we got a very, very, very special guest here today. We got Mr. A-Town in the house.
A-Town.
Mr. The Birds Are Chirping. Good morning to you. The Birds Are Chirping. What's up, Town?
What's up?
What's good with you, bro?
Not much. Thank you for having me.
Everything good?
Yes.
How you feel today, man?
I feel great.
Good? Great?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, the other day, I'm at work. I just took a job at LA Fitness, so Cheltenham Avenue, for those of Philly, y'all want to come in, sign up, come on through LA Fitness, get signed up. I'll train you, whatever you need to do, I got you. Town came in, I was like, oh shit, Town in the building. So he was like, yo, Vic, can you record me? Can you get this footage for me, this content? I was like, of course. So, you know, I'm pretty sure if y'all follow Town and y'all follow me, y'all seen some of the footage on there, right, Town?
Right.
He had a good workout in there.
Was that a real 1,000 pounds?
He had a great workout in there, right, Town?
Was that
What you say, Rob?
was that a real 1,000 pounds he had?
It was heavy.
It was heavy.
He be struggling to try to lift it up.
He's like, it's 1,000 pounds he picked up. I'm like, okay.
It felt like 1,000 pounds, right?
No, it was really 1,000 pounds.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I was sore.
Look, I talked to him the other day. He's like, yo, I'm sore.
I seen him on the leg press. He rolled off the joint like,
I rolled on the floor. Yup, but yeah, we had a good time in there. We kind of started creating our little relationship here. I asked him to come on the pod. He was like, sure, I'll come on the pod. So here we go. We got him here today. Thanks for coming to the pod.
Thank
We
you.
definitely gonna have a good interview for you guys. He definitely gonna let y'all into his life. Get to really know the real A-Town, you know, not who y'all think he is, but who he really is inside and out. So before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Exclusive Moss. Your Moss Boss. As you can see, my co-host here, Phil White, got the merch on, Exclusive Moss. Go ahead and tell them about the Moss since you got the Moss Boss shirt on,
Listen,
bro.
I mean, exclusive moss, you know, Irish sea moss, you know, straight from the shores. You get it 100% authentic. You get 92 minerals out of the 102 minerals that the body need.
Oh,
it's
wow.
all packed in to exclusive moss. You know what I mean? And it's, you know,
Conscious Christmas Moss.
conscious
I mean,
Christmas. You know what I mean? So I mean, and she has so many different flavors. You know, she got it in juices, several different flavors. It comes in capsules.
Got the gel.
I mean, the gel is, you know what I mean, the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. I love it. You know, I take it
Yeah.
every day. I take a scoop of the gel, put it in some hot water, stir it up, drink it like some tea.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps me energized. It's not, and once again, it's not sea moss. It's Conscious Christmas moss. There's a difference. It's Irish sea moss. So, you know, a lot of y'all out there just buying stuff. You got to know what you out here buying, and make sure y'all check out the Moss Boss. You know what I mean, y'all definitely can pick some up at www.theemoss. That's THEEMOSS.com. That's THEEMOSS.com. Don't forget, it comes in capsules, it comes in gel, it comes in juices.
yeah.
Try it.
And that
Different
watermelon
flavors.
is crazy.
Yeah, the watermelon. If y'all seen the last, a couple episodes.
Yeah, couple episodes, yeah. Watermelon crazy.
We definitely premiered the watermelon juice on this. You gotta try some of that.
I don't know.
You can't do it?
Oh yeah,
Wow, because your kidney.
Yeah.
Wow,
Once you
okay.
get a new kidney, you gotta be careful
Yeah, you
with
gotta
it.
be real careful.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
So A-Town can't take none, but y'all can.
Ah.
And all y'all in the Delaware Valley, Philly, Jersey, Delaware, they deliver also. So make sure y'all tap into that website, www.theemoss, that's THEEMOSS.com, and make sure you put in a promo code, the pod, and you get a discount. All right, let's get into Mr. A-Town here. Mr. The Birds Are Chirping. What's going on, man? let's talk about a few things, man. So, everybody knows you from being on social media, correct?
Correct.
Where did you start at when you got on social media? Was it Vine? Or?
Yes, it was Vine.
Okay.
It was Vine.
A lot of people blew up from Vine. You got you, DC Young Fly, Young Batch.
All I know, DC Young Fly was on Instagram.
Right. Yeah, he was on Vine first too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people I heard was on Vine and they transferred over.
Transferred over to Instagram.
Yeah, but some people didn't even go certain levels.
Right.
What
right.
year? What year was that?
2014, early 14.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was a while
That was
ago.
early.
Yeah.
Before they really start making a real buzz.
Yeah,
really.
before Instagram really started popping.
Yeah.
So you was like a pioneer.
Yeah, he definitely was one of the pioneers. Philly legend. You consider yourself a Philly social media entertainment legend, man?
Just being me. I don't know. It's just, wow.
Okay.
I'm happy to be called a legend.
You said you just turn the camera on and just be yourself.
Like, be myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You grew up with your mom, right?
Yes, I did.
You in contact with your father?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Is he in Philly?
Yes.
Okay. You from the Uptown area?
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
like where at? What streets?
Marinary.
Down there?
Mount Airy. What street was you grew up on?
Like, as a kid,
Yeah.
well, Wadsworth.
Wadsworth. Oh,
Okay.
so
So
you
you
raised
uptown,
yeah.
uptown.
Okay, uptown. So growing up as a kid, was you diagnosed when you were born?
Yes.
What was you diagnosed with? Autism or?
Yes.
Okay.
Autism.
So-
A lot. The whole word is a lot of words.
Right.
Microthalium syndrome.
Okay.
Talk a little louder, Sam.
Microthalium syndrome.
Microvolume syndrome.
Thalium.
Volume. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. I never heard of that.
It's all there. You know what I'm saying? I have a list.
Okay. Okay. And that's in the autistic family.
No, that's the genetics.
In your genetics. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. So growing up as a kid, I can imagine you probably got teased, bullied.
Killed.
You said killed.
Almost got killed.
Almost got killed.
Yeah, talk about that, man. Because I had kind of glanced at one interview you said where like the bull came to school with the gun.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so like how was that situation, man? How did that come up like to like that?
It was just, you know how people are in their teenage, stage, when to start stuff, want to be this and that and pick on little people. And I was the littlest person in school.
Right.
And think I wouldn't do nothing. But at the time, I was scared because when he brought the gun to school, because somebody told me, and I feel like the people didn't really do nothing about it.
Wow.
And I went to a charter school. I went to Renaissance
Okay.
charter school. I don't think it's there no more. But it was like near Germantown. It's in Germantown.
Right.
You know that when you go, it's like, I don't know if you heard of that church, New Covenant Church.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I knew.
over there, it's a school over there. You know what I'm saying? So it was a charter school. It was a middle school.
Okay.
So the bullying started in middle school?
No,
or
no,
it started
no.
from
It
the
started,
beginning?
yeah, it
From the
started
beginning?
when I was in elementary.
But it got worse when you start getting older and going to
Right,
like
but
junior high school,
well,
middle school.
high school it got better because
It got better in high school?
because we older and people
Really got to know who you were.
well, not really get to know who I was, but they just
Matured.
well, not saying mature. They look at me like I was an underdog,
Okay.
like I was not gonna come to nobody.
Okay. So you started accumulating friends and
I didn't communicate with friends. I didn't have really friends. When I brought that knife to school in high school, that's what that worstest time ever.
wow.
And that's why I said you gotta have real friends behind you. Because when I brought that knife to school, I was the whole talk of the whole school up by B&O, up by Delaware Charter High School.
Okay.
You know when they was wearing orange, gray, and white?
Right.
That's those were the colors. Remember I brought a knife to school because I got tired of being bullied and I was about to stab some boy up, but my dumb ass would go tell my crush, and she went to tell on me, and she know I'm here in the office, and she know they was looking at me like sorry we had to do this, all this stuff. And she know the cops came. my mom was saying lock him up, because she was already upset. I'm like, Mom, are you serious?
But but your crush telling them probably saved your life. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I thought too.
You might have actually went through with it.
Might have actually stabbed somebody up and been in jail. You know?
Yeah, but you know, I went into the cop. You know what I'm saying? The cop, the people. You know the what is it? The highest sergeant of the cop that
Captain.
comes. Yeah, the captain went to the school and was saying, don't lock him up. He's a good kid because he get caught up in the wrong stuff, and people I see what he goes through.
Right.
So don't lock him up
Yeah, that
and
was
stuff.
a blessing.
So I'm still in the cop car, mad as hell. Went to down with the holding cell is, and as you know, I'm waiting. I'm here mad as hell, like just mad, punching the walls and stuff. This guy came in talking about, you know, the food could throw the food, like, you know, so I kept throwing those. You know how they give bread and cheese on whatever they give.
Cheese sandwiches and the coffee and shit.
Yeah, I kept throwing at the bull like, fuck you nigga, fuck you, get out of here, fuck you, and all this stuff. But you know, the cop was telling me like, if somebody bothers you, what do you do? I said, I tried to, it's not working. See, it's crazy I had to do something, you have to react on something.
Right.
And I'm like, this don't make no sense. I was mad upset. And she was know I was upset, so she had put me in the holding cell because she know how upset I was, and I really could have socked the cop in the face. Like, stop trying to give me some pointers, and you know why we in this situation in the first place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So she had to put me down, like, you know, into the holding cell. Let you know, my mom, I didn't know who my mom was, or anybody was. I'm just in the holding cell, and I know my mom was talking to the DA. Had to bring all my histories on my conditions, mental, everything, all that physical and stuff. So, this little boy came into the holding cell too. He was like 9 years old.
How old was you when this happened?
I was like 17.
Okay.
So, going on 18. Because if I was 18, I think I would have been locked up. But since I'm still a kid, I think that. But this guy, he was 9 years old. He came in there. He was upset too. I said, what you getting in here for? He said, had weed on. Who had asked him, who had weed? I said, who had weed? He said, my brother, my older brother. I said, so what's that mean? He said, I got a record now. I said, what? You got a record? He asked me, he said, you got a record? I said, no. I said, that back in my head, I said, shit. But at the end of the day, my mom, the DA saw me, looked at me, glanced at me, had a look at me, and I should know that they sent me to the crazy house. Cause they got me out. And then my mom said, you going somewhere? I said, where we going, to Disneyland?
Disney World?
Yeah, we going to Disneyland? Cause my mom kept saying, my mom kept saying, you going away. And I said, we going to Disneyland? My mom said, you think it's a fucking joke? You think it's a fucking joke?
So early,
it was just funny to me.
You still was cracking jokes.
No, I was not cracking.
Even in a bad situation, you had that comedic sense of humor.
I've been had that, but you know what I'm saying? But it's just certain things, you know, when I get angry, and we just go off, it's like everybody just be thinking it's a joke, and I'm not joking. But at the time, I'm not saying I care about my life. I feel like since I was like, always feel like I was going down the wrong path. Like, whatever, don't care. My mom cursed at me. My dad was talking to me. Like, the family was talking to me.
Right.
And it was like, oh my gosh. I was out of school for a whole month. And I transferred to Germantown High School.
Did you graduate high school?
Yes, I did. I thought I was going to graduate because of my health.
Okay.
So, when that happened...
Where'd you graduate from? Germantown?
Okay. Germantown High School. I was so scared because I was so scared on the low because when I would start doing this stuff, I had one friend. We went to elementary together, but we never actually went to other schools. He went to Roxborough High School.
Okay.
He just passed with a D. I'm like, wow. And me, I passed with a B, because my GPA was good.
Gotcha.
But he was talking to me like, hey, he was really talking to me like, you almost there. I can see you almost there. I thought he was bluffing when he kept saying something real big.
What was he talking about? Almost where?
There, like something big he
Something's
saw.
gonna happen?
Real big, like something great. But was not paying no mind. I thought he was a bluff, joking.
Okay.
Like,
so he's seen it in you, huh?
Yeah, everybody, like, you know, only some people saw it in me. Some people they thought I was an underdog, like I was nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I had when I last I saw him like a couple years ago, somebody came to me. It was a female, said you was the underdog at first, so now you're on top of everybody now. I said, oh wow. So I said, wow. I said underdog kind of hurts.
Right.
It does. Like wow. So they ain't really thought nothing of me. You know what I'm saying? But look at these people now. They ain't doing nothing.
Let me ask you this, Town. What first inspired you to start posting videos on Vine and Instagram?
I was in Inspector Blow. That's the thing.
Did you expect yourself to go viral though?
No.
No?
What happened was I was rapping. I said something stupid, and that blew up. And I was not paying attention to none of that because I was in culinary arts school.
What you say?
I said I was rapping. I said something stupid.
What you say? You don't know? You don't remember?
I remember.
Say it. Tell us.
Oh, I said I don't choke. I choke on your mom. That's what I said. I messed that up because I was trying to get my words out. And
You was freestyling?
Yeah, I was freestyling. Like we was like battling against somebody. I messed that up, and they were like, "Yo, ain't y'all crazy, yo?" I'm like, "Ah, fuck," and I didn't know. I'm like, "Ah, fuck," and that messed me up. I said, "Oh, damn," and that you know that I was in culinary school. At the time, I was they didn't believe me either. They was putting me down. Somebody was telling on me because I just started doing videos here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just, here and there. They say, you're not gonna get a good job doing all this. I thought they was right. Until one day on 40th and Market, I'm walking down, somebody came up to me like, yo, I seen you. You both from rap, yo, you funny, yo. You funny and you could rap too. You really got freestyle, yo. I'm like, no, I'm good. And the boy said, bro, rap something, bro, I hate it. I said, no. He said, listen, rap. I'm like, nope. I was already upset.
Right.
And he came to me and said, bro, you're me. I said, bro, fuck that shit. I'm sexy as shit. That blew up on Vine right there. I didn't know that was blowing up until people.
What's the exact line? I'm Mr. Sexy or?
I'm Mr. Sexy as shit,
I'm Mr.
motherfucker.
Sexy. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when that blew up, like fuck that shit, I'm sexy as shit. That blew up. I didn't know that blew up until people, I get calls out of nowhere. Talking about, you hood famous. Like, what? Like, huh? And I asked, and I looked at myself deeply, like, should you try this or not? I said, let's see what happens.
Now, okay. Now, you started to blow up on Vine from the, I'm Mr. Sexy as shit, motherfucker.
No, not that.
Not that? So what was it originally that you started blowing up from?
Well, I said that when they said...
Right, okay.
The mom.
Now, about the mom, okay.
No, not the mom. But I said when they said you meet, bro.
Okay. Now, prior to that, you said that you were in culinary school. When did your love for cooking, when did you get that, your love for cooking?
Oh, I've always had a passion for cooking.
Really? Okay.
Always had a passion for cooking. Because I went to culinary school for, like, disabled people.
Really?
Yes, but I didn't want to go to school for that, for disabled people, because I feel like I'm not them.
Well, what's the difference? Like the diet, the
No, the diff was what?
like culinary school for a disabled person.
It was basically like basic. I've already learned that in high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's more like just
Advanced.
regular cooking than
Then
unique cooking.
The other schools is more like advanced.
Okay.
Gotcha.
More advanced.
More gourmet cooking.
Yeah, well, it can be, but it's like, even though I did cook some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I went to school the second time for culinary arts, I learned something better, like the 5 mother sauces, everything, So the cutting boards, what colors you should use when you cutting food, all that stuff.
Yeah, because I just recently found that out about you, because when I used to watch your videos, I was like, damn, Town like to cook. Yeah. Now I know why you was always doing the cooking videos, because you got a love for cooking.
What's up with that turkey quesadilla, John, y'all?
I never had no quesadilla.
Yeah, you did. I just seen it, John. You was cooking turkey. You had some turkey, and you did the little quesadilla, John.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah. What was it, bro? What were you cooking?
He had took the tortilla. He had fried it. He had a little organic oil. You know what I'm saying? Then he took the turkey, he had the turkey flowing. He kept flipping the turkey around. He said, you gotta flip it. You gotta flip it. You gotta flip it. He flipped it. Then he threw the other joint, the cheese. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah.
I said, oh, he was getting really on this gourmet chef joint then.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I learned, and some stuff they taught me, I understand. Like, I didn't know the cutting boards were certain stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The knives and everything.
No, not the knives. It's the cutting boards. Like green is for vegetables.
Okay. Right.
Red board is for red meats.
What color for fish?
Blue.
Okay.
What about yellow?
Chicken.
Okay.
Go ahead, Town. Y'all hear that? Town is Chef R.A. Town out here, yo. He teaching y'all something about cutting boards. Tell him, Town. That's what's up. All right, so we really finding some stuff out about you, man. You got a love for cooking. You started on Vine, and you had the two situations that kind of took you off, but the one that really blew you up was the good morning to you, the birds are chirping. Where did that come from?
Where did that idea come from?
I remember one day I'm in a hotel with somebody, and one of his friends kept saying, hey, do a video, yo. The city needs you, yo. You already known, but get bigger. I'm telling you, yo. I'm like, alright. It was that morning. I'm like, alright. We stayed up till the whole morning. I'm like, alright. I'm thinking, and it just clicked. I'm like, good morning to you. The birds are chirping on my dick. Like, mama, all that stuff. And that, didn't even know I was blowing up. So it's like, that part, and continue with the other big viral video was the treadmill video.
Okay.
So
yeah, when you were running, right?
Right. So you know what I'm saying. So I was like a virus now. It's like it's no medicine could be cure me, but I was affecting y'all, which y'all laughing and make y'all keep like never stop laughing. That was the virus I had for y'all. So as that part kept blowing up, and it said boom, and I was like, wow.
How did it make you feel when you seen it starting to blow up?
I was like, oh wow, even though I was known, that was great and all, I was so accident that happened, but here's when stuff started coming in with old friends. That's why I said when I brought to school with the knife, they all, like his thing, when I say true friends, watch out who they friends are, because I confronted these people. When I say I confronted these people was like, hey yo, why didn't you call me when stuff was going down? They told me when you did that situation at home, when you did that situation and you at home, I told them this, why you didn't call me? What's the first thing you do if you see your homie get something going on in the car and you couldn't do nothing until you get home? What do?
Yeah, you reach out to him.
Yeah.
You say it again?
You reach out to him.
Never got none of that.
Right.
Never say how you doing, what's going on. It wasn't that for the girl, wasn't that for girls. Instead of checking on your homies. But when you start blowing up,
Everybody call him.
right, or we can hang out, even somebody else in middle school, I thought it was my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking, come on, let's have guys night out. No, I gotta work this day. Alright, okay.
But
Come on, let's hang out this day.
But when you blow up, everybody wonders.
Come on, hey, where you at? We'll pick you up. Fuck you, nigga. Well, I thought you know, I really cussed them out.
Right.
And they told a couple people, and some people told me, I said, that's what I told them. You got something else to say? They said, no. I said, okay.
So the birds are chirping. When you did that, how old were you?
I was 21.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started blowing up at the age of 20, and my first, of course you had big people, but you had people post me up twice, and that blew up on my birthday. That's when I actually started coming known on my birthday.
Okay.
Somebody else. Who was the first big celebrity that reposted you?
Meek Mills, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where you saw me was doing other stuff, and that blew up to even more.
Was the birds really chirping when you start blowing up?
Oh, trust me. How many?
You had the pigeons.
How many females want to? Everything, all that, everything. How many females trying to get pregnant off of me?
Wow.
How many females? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, be careful, yo. Trying to tell y'all, because those females,
They do anything for the paper, huh?
not just for the paper, but you know, you
For
gotta
the
watch.
fame.
It's just gotta watch them because they be going through something. Cause I seen it. What happened? Some female was hurt and raped and stuff, and she was taking drugs to try to relieve the pain. And I said that's not going down on my watch. And I try to explain to her, how's that making you feel even better? You putting yourself more poison down in your body, and cause you doing that just because of that. I said go try to get help. She said I tried to, but nobody's listening. I said alright. I said I hear you. Nobody's listening, right? So I pulled the chair to the side. I said, and I had my phone. I said, alright, tell me, where's your problem? Let's go. We should go. She didn't even want to talk now. I'm like, wow.
She shut down. She
Yeah.
shut down.
Now that's what I'm saying. Because I said, I'm understanding. You actually crying for help.
Yeah, a lot of people, they're crying for help, but they don't know how to ask for the help or receive the help. But that was definitely big of you not to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? That young lady, the situation, and try to help her. But that just goes to show y'all that the type of person that A-Town really is. I know y'all probably look at him on social media and Instagram and everything, and look at him and say he's funny, he's this, you know, he's autistic, he's this, that, and that, this, that, and the third. But when you really sit down and get to know this young man, he's a real good guy, and he got it all together. So don't think he ain't got it together. So, yeah, I mean, you said I definitely give you props for that, Town.
And I love to feed the homeless.
Okay.
See people I see, these entertainers, they only do it because it's a look. I'm doing it and I don't record myself doing it.
Right.
That's how you should know right then and there.
It's authentic.
Yeah.
Right. And I love giving back. Even if I don't have, I remember I give people money sometimes. People, see, don't mistake me about saying giving people money. Let me like kill that up right now. Because when you say that,
People start calling. People call immediately like,
yo, man, you say you give people money. Can you give me some money?
Talking about money, when you start blowing up, do you remember the first time you really start generating some income from your videos or from hosting or
It was just from bookings.
from the bookings?
From the bookings, for like that's how I know receiving that. And later on down the line, when I did Wildin' Out, that's when the residual checks start coming in.
Okay.
They still come in, but the more seasons it goes, stuff, you're not gonna get that much money. It's always like that. So you gotta keep being on other shows to
keep being relevant.
Yeah,
right,
keep yourself
you know,
out there.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do, movies and TV shows.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a couple of things you know too about movies and TV shows. You do.
Absolutely. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, we definitely
gonna
are.
talk.
Definitely are.
But when the money start rolling in, I know it felt good, right? You were able to do stuff for your mom. And
Not really, because
really?
when you have bad people around, it's kind of like you have to put everything yourself. Like, damn, I gotta put this to the side. Gotta do this. Gotta do this. They telling you the wrong stuff instead of telling you the right stuff.
Right.
They telling you spend money on clothes, unnecessary stuff.
Gotcha.
And they keep saying that's what all celebrities do. They don't want to do it, but they don't. They don't have to do that. They choose. They don't have to buy all this stuff.
You don't.
You don't.
A lot of people do it for the look.
Right, and I
For
don't want to do
attention.
it for the look.
Right.
And I was never a fashionable person.
Right.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And
I know you keep a fresh cut. When you get that cut, the joint be laying the line and
right,
everything.
you know what I'm saying?
Sam?
Yeah, now that part I have to keep up. That's
Right.
important. You always have to keep up with your appearances.
Right.
But as far as like clothes wise, I'm not saying looking baggy, but it's okay to buy nice things. You can, but don't keep overspend.
Right.
'Cause
Wasting money on stuff.
Yeah, wasting money on something that you can at least try to make up your own plans. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that what jewels you have in yourself is your own money that you still potential have in yourself, and you give your own money to somebody that already created something and got your money, and you could have been making so much money by having yourself playing something and collecting their money. See, it's a difference. But yeah, everybody's going to spend without knowing the algorithm of that spending.
So pretty much now you're pretty smart with your money.
No, I've been smart with money, but it's just like nobody.
Listen to the wrong people.
Right, listen to the
Right.
wrong people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no guidance. But now I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Just watch. That's why God gave you a mouth and 2 ears so you can listen. Now when people was talking, I said, okay, let them talk, and I said, okay, bet. Okay, now listen and learn. I had to listen and learn, so I said, okay.
After talking to you and really getting to know you, I noticed you got some trust issues with people because you've been through so much. I know you've been up here with as far as celebrity and being known and everything you're doing, and then things kind of flatline a little bit, and then you were going through the issues with your kidneys and this and that. You kind of made a transition from, I ain't gonna say the negative, but kind of like the BS to being a positive person, kind of like reinventing yourself. So now the direction that you go in now, how are you going to surround yourself around good people to help elevate you to the next level?
You'll know, trust me, you'll know.
You're gonna know?
Trust me, you're gonna know, because you've been through before it, and it brings, I'm not saying it brings back memories, but you could feel it.
You feel the energy.
Yeah, you feel the energy. It's like, okay, yeah, you see what they're about. No, and you could tell when somebody's really genuine, that they not saying they don't want for nothing, but deep down it will come to the virtue. Like, they might show it, they're not gonna show it as right away, but in the future it'll show something. It's up to, as myself, do I accept it or do I keep moving on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It depends how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not perfect.
Right.
And I had to learn that myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't just not trust everyone.
Right. You got to get somebody a chance.
Right, because God will put certain people in your life.
Right.
And God telling you do this, be like, no, God don't trust. God's not gonna lie to you. That's the one person. That's the person that you always could trust. He's not gonna lie to you.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, a couple of my people. You know what I'm saying? They still with me, and they did a hell of a good job.
Okay.
Hell of a good job. You know what I'm saying? The way I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Helping me and everything. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we had some arguments and disagreements.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But we never had
That's family. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Of course, we had arguments and disagreement, but ain't the point that we take from each other or trying to hurt somebody or destroy family members or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So
speaking of listening and learning, like, when did you, like, who were you kind of patterning yourself after, as far as having a sense of humor, looking at when you started doing videos and stuff? Was it somebody that like kind of inspired you, like, man, that's pretty funny, I can do something similar to that?
Nope.
Or did it formulate basically in school? Because I know a lot of comedians, you found out you were funny like in school, like cracking jokes on the bus and bussing, on stuff like that.
It was just me being me, like, because everybody keeps saying you just being you. This is how I am, you know what I'm saying? I've always been me, you know what I'm saying? Like, days after days, some days might come in upset, some days might come in happy, but everybody think I'm always happy. No, I'm not always happy. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Some days I want to beat somebody the hell up. Some reasons. Some days I want to break somebody's neck. Some days I want to have sex with a bird. Some days I want to, you know what I'm saying? Some days, you know what I'm saying? Just have my days. But the most important days I always do is count my blessings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's the most things I never forget, the stuff God has done for me. So that, with other stuff, with other people, you know what I'm saying? What can I tell you? But but nobody really inspired me. But the funny people I see, I know, it's like Cat Williams. He's funny. He makes me laugh. He is funny. He be saying some dumb stuff, but he be saying something true. You know what I'm saying? Chris Tucker funny here and there. I miss my homeboy Bernie Mac.
Yeah,
definitely.
I wish I was alive. I wish he was alive still. I keep saying me. I wish he was alive still. Dang.
Yeah, Bernie Mac was funny.
Yeah, he was funny. I was watching the first season of Def Jam. I'm like, I was dying with that, man.
Oh man.
What about some of these new social media influencers? Who you like that's out there now?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Not no hate and stuff, but they don't see what they have compared to the old us.
Right.
Oh,
You talking about the new influencers compared to y'all guys back in the...
Always and back in with the section. They don't know how hard, and people complain to us. Not complain, they always upset, talking about See, that's why we don't like the older generation, because y'all always complain we did it first. Yeah, so you could open doors. You know how many times we open doors for y'all and y'all take advantage of that? Y'all don't see how much we did for y'all, to not just put a laugh on y'all face, but to show y'all we could create something for y'all to do.
Right.
Because y'all could have been dead or in jail or doing something else stupid. Then,
And in case y'all don't know, he is definitely one of the first social media influencers to blow up, right, Town?
Right.
Definitely.
Right, because when I opened, of course you had other people, but it ain't how I took it there. You know what I'm saying? Because when I took it there, I opened doors for people who had disabled problems. Like, you still could be yourself.
Weldon the Great, and a couple of them. What was the guy? 50 Tysons, and yeah, that was a wave, man. That was huge. That, you know, people with disabilities were able to get on social media and benefit from that. You know,
not just disability, but just, you figure 2014, like, social media was really starting to taking its thread.
Yeah, starting to pick up
some tread, rather. So it was like, to be, especially like he was TikTok before TikTok. Like, you doing Instagram before Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Really, like, blow. So it's like, I consider you a pioneer.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
What's a pioneer?
You know, and it's like
somebody that, you know what I mean,
started a trend.
Right. You know what I mean?
Right. I started a lot of things. I started a lot of, like, his thing, Philly was not on no entertainment.
Media, yeah.
Right. It was all still stuck on rapping.
Hip hop, right, rapping.
Hip hop. Until I started taking it off, then they said, oh snap. Then when stuff happened to me, then I saw everybody start doing entertainment. Oh snap, A-Town down. Let me see if I can take it. No, you can't. When you
it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah. When you take a lane, you might get something. But here's the thing. I hear these new people complaining, talking about, I'm blowing up on social media, but no bookings, no this, no that, no this. I don't have, because nowadays it was different. This is a different generation now. Back then, it was like that because nobody was on it.
Nobody wasn't doing it. It's saturated now.
Right, it's saturated, so it's like everybody's doing it. So it's hard to book that person because everybody trying to do the same thing, same skit, but different ways, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, try to create your own. As people will be doing the same skits. Like before, I did that water trend where everybody pouring water on people and everybody started doing it. People in carts in the grocery shopping, I did that. Right. Nobody else did that. There's so much stuff I did, and it's like, wow, I'm happy everybody doing, like, oh my gosh, I created something. That means if I do that, can I create something else?
Right. And that's where you're in a transition now. You're trying to reinvent yourself and do something different?
Yeah, I can do something different, but it's like, I know it takes time. I can't just be like them, because when you create something and people trying to take that away from you, you can't, because that tells me that you trying to be on my top on my situation, like be on your own. Right. You know what I'm saying? But now it's
trying to ride your wave.
Right, trying to ride my wave. But can I do something else different? It probably take a little different. Now, me, it's not always social media. It's trying to bring to reality now. It's trying to get out of, still could be on social media and get on reality.
Gotcha.
Now, the crazy part, you want to hear something crazy, y'all don't even know what's going on. These TV shows, actors, movie actors, whoever, starting to be on social media now. We trying to get out of social media and put it on TV. But these TVs going back to social media. They should be going forward, not going back. See, that's what I'm saying.
So you think social media is just a launching pad
to take off to movies and TV.
Movies, film, and TV, yeah.
Right, but the people who's already big and everything, they going backwards.
Well, that's probably because they know how powerful social media is for marketing and promotion. They probably want to use that for marketing and promotion to keep them relevant in the movies, TV, and film. So that's why they're probably going to social media now.
But still, you haven't seen them do anything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, like, you haven't seen them do anything but music or something. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Right.
And that's the part, it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. But I wish I really would do more. Like, politics.
Right.
I can do politics.
Politics?
I got my own campaign.
You can be a mayor?
No, president.
President? Okay. President, y'all heard that, yo? Yeah. 2028. We got a candidate here.
No question. When you was because you said you had fell off a minute. Was that when you was going through your kidney situation?
Yes, that and some other stuff too, but
Okay.
I had to rise that up, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I had to fight through all those demons and people talking, doing all this, putting me down, then everything, so hang with the right people, because that one false move could easily go up or go down, so I had to really play it smart.
So simultaneously, you kind of dealing with mental health as well as physical health issues simultaneously.
Kinda.
Okay.
And it's good that we got A-Town here, because June, we're coming to an end of June. Today is June 30th. This is going to air on YouTube tomorrow, July 1st. We're coming to the end of Men's Mental Health Month, so it's kind of good having A-Town here, being as though he has some health issues. And as you can see, Ramane was just talking to him about mental health, going through his kidney situation. Let me ask you this, Town. You've been open about, undergoing dialysis and your situation with your health challenges. What kind of gave you the strength and the courage to just put it out there to the world and share your journey with that?
Because
and not hide it.
why? Because that the stuff, because before when I was with certain people, I couldn't talk about it, my health. But now since I'm not with people like that, like usually be with, I could share the world, me,
Yeah,
not just A-Town, Alan.
When you say with other people, they didn't want you to share it with people because they thought it might hinder your career and what y'all were trying to do?
That and because that other person had nothing going on for themselves, and that's gonna take away from that.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm like, who cares? This is my life. Just need to know what's going on. Like, okay, what does, of course, A-Town having fun doing all the stuff, but what's Alan like? And I show them Alan. I show them both sides, A-Town and Alan. And females like Alan.
The birds?
No, they like A-Town too, but when I show them Alan, they cannot stop loving me so much. But his thing, when you lose Alan, you're gonna get A-Town. And when you get A-Town, people like, oh man, like, yeah.
Take it off the ego.
Yeah, so basically, so what made me share for more about the dialysis, because the dialysis, because people need to know about not just me, but people I seen, people about their life, they were scared to show it. I said, I'm not afraid to show what's going on inside of me and what's all these doctors and stuff and, health problems that I have. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, everything was in a hush. But now it's known to the point that it's getting bigger. It's like, what to do? How can you, get somebody that been through a lot, then do not saying experiments, but talk with them. How do they deal with this? How what's going on? And make them think and make them do some research on stuff. How can we be better?
Now, I know you said through your journey with your kidney and dialysis, you were fighting demons and stuff. Did that kind of affect your creativity with your social media stuff? Did it ever make you want to just stop doing social media?
No, I don't think it would make me stop doing social media, but I thought it would end me. But I said, I can't give up. I came too far. I said, if I gave up, I'm letting these people down. Because as soon as I say I'm done, I'm getting text messages.
Where you at?
No, I'm getting text messages. You inspired me.
Wow.
You the one. You a light. Don't give up. Keep going. Every time I'm thinking that, God put something right there in front of me like,
keep pushing you.
yes. So it's like, okay.
That's a blessing. That's your sign of God telling you to keep going.
Feel inspired.
I was like, And you know how that stuff stressed me sometimes, but it stresses because it's like, when does it end? But you don't want it to end, but it feels like it's all coming to you until a big blessing happen, and you feel all happy again, this and that, and all of a sudden you back into patient stage again. Patient, then go back up. Patient, it's like a roller coaster.
Right.
Patience, big blessing. Oh yeah, everything's good. Patience again. It's like this. It's like that, a roller coaster.
Well, you know what? Pretty much documenting your journey and sharing it with the world probably helped you more than hiding it. You know what I mean? Being as though that you're a social media entertainer, and influencer, so you know a lot of people scared to hide their illnesses.
Yeah, because I had people come to me.
Yeah, they scared to hide that instead of sharing it with people.
Yeah.
Because when you share it with people, there might be people out there that can help you.
Like trust me, I had people come to me like, I'm not scared no more to show that I have autism now. Thank you, A. Or hey, I'm not scared to get a kidney now because you showed that it's okay to get a kidney.
Now you on your second kidney transplant, right? What happened with the first one?
The first one I had it when I was 9.
Okay.
And it lasted for 17 years.
Wow.
It was done. You know what I'm saying? Kidneys last for so much, but it's what I take care of it. But you know, when you have bad people around, it really messes you up. Couldn't really focus on a lot of stuff, so it felt like they was really all this negative punch and stuff, everything. Like when you don't get proper rest and proper this, proper that, and people not doing they supposed to do, and as doctors looking at you like you responsible, but you trying to tell them that it's not your fault, but they don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? And they thought that I couldn't take care of myself. Oh, I can. Just watch. Now I got the right people. Now you see what now. Like I know it's not me. I know it ain't. If it was me, I wouldn't get a kidney. I know so.
Right. Sitting here talking to you and knowing you constantly keep saying the right people, the right people, the right people. So that just gives me a sense that, early in your career and, going through your career, you've been around a lot of people that you didn't probably agree to be around, and it kind of mess with your spirit and your energy. Right now, do you think you're around the right people, and are you in a place of peace right now as far as the people that you're around?
Yes, some people, of course, I don't talk to no more as time progressed fast. You know what I'm saying? Not dealing with exes, because I used to be dating.
Birds, old birds.
Old birds, new birds. Birds just like to suck you off.
We gotta keep it funny, y'all.
So end of the day, it seemed like you more so like prior to you had a lot of takers versus givers.
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of takers, and I did give my life to God again, because when you're an adult, you give yourself God again. So May 16, 2021, I gave my life to God again.
Wow.
And that's when stuff started changing even better, and I started let all these people go, because some of these people, they wasn't right. And I still talk to certain people, but only people I talk to, like my circle was really small. I talk to like 1 or 2 people, and that's it out through the day. That's it, 1 or 2 people, that's it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I talk to my mom, but not much as my mom, because I'm a guy, and some stuff I can't say around my mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Respect. You know what I'm saying? I remember I told her something, and she said to me, I don't want to hear that. Well, you asked for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said talk to 1 or 2 people, and that's it, and keep it.
How is your relationship with your mom?
Good, you know what I'm saying?
It's good?
Yes, she had cancer just like me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a birthday coming up this week, right?
Yes,
Saturday?
Saturday,
Yeah.
okay.
Happy birthday. Happy early birthday, son. Happy birthday. We got the birthday boy. How old you gonna be, man?
16.
32.
You
32?
like you're 16.
No, thank you.
Oh man. What you doing for your birthday? You 4th of July birthday. What day is on? Saturday? That's
Yes.
the 4th.
5th.
5th.
Yeah, the 5th. Yeah, the 5th. Yup. Wow. 4th of July, baby, man. What you doing? You doing anything special?
I really don't know. I'm praying to God, like, something always miracle, always something at the end. But be honest with you, last year, like a couple years, I was on dialysis, and I did something but couldn't do much. But now, out for dialysis, this is my first time celebrating my birthday without dialysis.
That's what's up, man.
So you off dialysis now?
Completely.
Because you got the kidney.
Right,
When
completely.
That's a blessing.
when'd you get the kidney?
Some almost about to be 8 months ago.
Okay.
Back in October.
Okay.
This past October.
Okay.
I know when we were in the gym, you said that a lot of people said you were gaining weight, and you were saying that it's the medicine. What are you on, like some kind of steroid or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Prednisone.
Prednisone.
Okay, prednisone, yeah.
Yeah, Subsep, everything, all this stuff. Steroids.
Does it change your mood or anything?
It used to make me itch,
Okay.
because when you start back stuff has been a while, it makes you itch crazy, and then don't itch no more. It has some side effects.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It make your pee smell a little bit
Okay.
because of the medicine.
Right, it's coming out of you.
Right, but they told me to be careful how you can drink water, but don't over drink water.
Right,
You'll
okay.
pee the medicine out your body.
Right. Now I know Like I talked about the sea moss. You said you can't take the sea moss. I remember when
I tried one
I
time.
remember when we were in the gym and you said you wanted some water and I was like the machine in. You said you couldn't drink the water.
Right.
So with this new kidney, you have to watch everything you eat and drink.
Certain things like you can't eat you still can't eat grapefruit. You can't eat pomegranate. Can't eat raw meat. You have to get your steak well done. There's certain things because you don't want nothing affecting. Now dialysis is much different. You really on a strict diet.
Really?
Really, you can't eat cheese, dairy. You can drink almond milk. Can't eat certain vegetables. Can't eat certain fruits.
Damn.
Only fruit you can eat is apples, grapes, and that's it. You can't eat bananas. You can't eat that. It's certain. I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of stuff. You can eat meat. You can eat meat, and they know what they can eat meat.
So that's pretty good that you tapped into being in the culinary, learning about food and stuff. So now you pretty much know how to eat.
Yeah, I've been know how to
Yeah.
eat. You know what I'm saying? I just like cooking because every time I used to cook for people, I see they be eating it up, and I had nothing for me. Only thing I don't like about culinary art is when you cook and you taste your food, you get full fast. You don't want to eat nothing. That's the only thing. But other than that, also too that what I love about cooking is about I hate dishes. I hate dishes.
You hate dishes?
Yeah, I hate them.
What, washing them?
Yeah.
Yes, everybody.
Hate that.
I do the cooking, somebody else do washing the dishes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So tell me, Town, with your career, social media, you know, the touring, the concerts, the shows, meeting the celebrities, your mental health. What do you do to kind of balance out your mental health? Like, what do you do to relax and just take it easy, to keep your mindset, to bring peace to you? Besides God, I know you talked about God, so I know the spiritual thing, you probably just pray and meditate. But besides that, what else do you do?
You gotta listen to music.
Listen to music.
Because music be saying some things. It definitely do, yo.
Music soothes the soul.
Yeah.
It do.
Yeah.
It do. It depends. Like when you angry, what you put saying when you angry, gonna put some killing stuff on. You know what I'm saying? That you might think of some stuff. It's all in the mind and how you listen. Like if you sad, if you going through a heartbreak and you listen to a song, that stuff really be like, dang, that really do hurts. But if you listen to, like, you feeling chills and it reminds you of you, I said, oh wow, it does. Like, wow, it can relate. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff, it's just music. You know what I'm saying? Or if not, or you work out.
When you coming back to the gym, man?
After he ain't sore no more.
No, I'm not sore. I'm not sore. No, I'm not sore anymore. Hope this week. Hope this week before my birthday.
Coming with your guy?
Yeah.
Gonna meet him up. I ain't see him today. He ain't come today.
He ain't come today? Of
No.
course not. He might come. I'm gonna call him. And we'll start working out. Yeah. Right.
So what's like the next direction you're going in? Like, you know what I mean, like, because, you know, going back to you being a pioneer, so now you kind of already know what direction you need to go in as far as building yourself back up. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
building yourself up. We're not gonna say back, but building yourself up. So like, what are like some of the things you got in the pipeline as far as, you know, people seeing A-Town in that type of platform again?
All I say is this. I have to be patient.
Okay, that's that patient part you talk about.
Be patient.
Let it come to you.
Right. Even though you still got to move here and there, but some people, it's not it, because it's just not what it is. It's like,
It's not lining up right.
It's not
on the
lining-
same frequency.
right, it's only benefit them. It doesn't benefit you.
Okay, so you kind of doing more, you're managing it yourself now.
Right. I manage myself.
Okay,
Of course, I had people helping me.
right.
But manage myself. I'm the only owner. Because I don't want everybody just be like last time, just taking hands in pot, and you don't know who digging in it, and you be like, you don't want to blame that person, and that person did it, just like too much. You'll know what you spending it on. Because I had investments, means I had my own investment, means me. So I know what am I spending it on and what I did with my money, so that I know it's right.
Okay.
So you know, Jada, my daughter, she was like, yeah, what y'all talking about on the pod? You know what I mean? The next episode. I was like, oh yeah, we interviewing A-Town. She was like, A-Town? She was like, A-Town? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, you know A-Town? She like, who don't know A-Town?
Yeah.
So, and she's 26, so.
His age group, yeah.
It's his era, you
Yeah.
know? And speaking on that, make sure y'all go back and check out last episode. We did a Father's Day episode with our children, and phenomenal episode. Hopefully we gave y'all some value in that to all the dads and out there, the fathers and wannabe fathers, the deadbeat fathers. Hope y'all took something. If y'all watch it, you definitely gonna take something from it. Our kids did a phenomenal job, so make sure y'all go back and check out that episode.
Yeah, and you get a little deeper inside look into
who we
us.
are.
You know what I mean? Who we are. Yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah, but everybody know A-Town, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when him and you know who were doing their thing, they was popping. You know, I was telling Ro the other day, they was Wally and Gilly before Wallow and Gill. You know what I mean? As far as Philly, you know what I mean, is concerned. So let me ask you this, Town. When you first started, like, was there any like celebrities or influencers that really helped you get to that level and push you out? Because you've been around a lot of them.
I say Snoop Dogg helped me to get on Wildin' Out.
Snoop,
okay.
Helped me to get on Wildin' Out.
Okay. You still in contact with him? Or?
He did post me up, like when I do positive stuff, he posts me up. Like when people see certain positive, certain things, when they feel like posting you up. You can't force them to do anything.
Right.
So right now, you can't go back to the old A-Town, can you?
No, what's the point of that? It's like, what's the point of that? Doing that, it's like God change you around to certain things.
You
it's
evolve.
Like evolve to more and more mature.
Because now you really got the responsibility because God kind of like changing your life for a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it sounds like you're trying to go in like a little bit of like social media ministry or something, huh?
No, not ministry. It's something else different. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, ministry is very. I ain't talking about you going out there preaching, but this far.
I did preach one time.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Back in Chicago.
Okay.
That was hard work, but but no, like something better, better. Like now, people see the funny stuff now. It's time to be on bigger stuff to start making marketing moves.
Okay. You just trying to let it come to you right now. That's why you said you gotta have patience.
Not just come to me, but you still gotta move.
Right. Yeah, you gotta keep moving.
You gotta move, because I have some market ideas that I still haven't released yet. And I want to, but it's like,
you gotta be careful.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Yeah, you can't give everybody your ideals. They'll try to steal them.
No, trust me. I've seen people
vultures out there, yeah.
Right. And as soon as you get so much amount of money, you act like you got owe them. I'm like, how am I owing you? That don't make sense.
You didn't do nothing.
Right, you didn't do nothing.
Did you ever like face any kind of backlash or negativity online? I know, like you posted some stuff with birds online back in the day. Did anybody ever come at you on the negative side of things or backlash from some of them videos you posted?
Well, when I used to do video with stuff like that, people used to think that I was gonna get in trouble or locked up because it was touching and all that stuff. No, I did not, because certain things I know females, and I explained to the females, I'm not like that. Get to know me.
Right.
And when they got to know me, they be like so in shock, like, he understands me? Oh my God. And that just pissed me off, because you really thought I was that, and you listen, I don't know who you listen to make you say stuff like that, and it was like, okay. And it's like, okay. But when they see, they be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? But when they do get to know me, they be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, he really got his stuff together. Like,
You
really
shock them, don't you?
Yeah, I shock a lot of people all the time. Even in interviews, I shock a lot of people. Even in Power 105, I shocked a lot of people.
Because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You shocking the heck out of me. You know what I mean? Because you definitely sound like you got it together, man.
That's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying I got it together, but I'm not all the way perfect.
Yeah, a lot of people.
None of us is, but it's just like, like sometimes people will prejudge, not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were saying, like the young ladies, they going by what they think know what I mean? And then they say, oh, what? No, this dude not like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, really getting a chance to know who Island is versus A-Town. You know what I mean? And that's important when people really know who you are as an individual versus what they assume or think you are, you know?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Even some guys be like, I thought you was an asshole at first, so I was like, no. I said, I'm not. You get to know me. When they got to know me, and I be helping them out, give them good advice. When they listen, they be like, yo, I'm in your debt forever. I said, you don't have to be. It just show you the right things before you start making moves out here. Tell you what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
That's all. Because I said, I didn't have to do this. Because that you just been messed up. But I said, no, I like to help people. Just come, like, ask questions. And I ask the questions if I have the answers. If I don't have the answers, I'm sorry I can't give it to you because I don't have the answers. But I try to answer it the best way I can.
Right. What advice would you give somebody that's that wants to do social media to express themselves, but they scared to do it?
It comes within.
Say it again.
It comes within.
It comes within.
Yeah, so I can't force you to do anything. If you scared, it comes within. I can't say, because it's like, if I say, do this, and something happens, then you might look at me like, oh, you told me, but it was supposed to have been positive, but I don't know how you did it. That's what I'm saying. So
they pretty much just gotta have it in them to do it, and just do it pretty much.
I mean, and what I keep hearing A say is that just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what he did. You know what I mean? Turn the camera on and just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the new wave right now.
That's how you connect with people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Being yourself, you know, just like me myself, I never forget the first video I did. You know, y'all know I was behind the scenes for years. So, you know, getting in front of a camera was not me at all. You know, I didn't even like taking pictures. So I said, you know, I knew in my spirit, my soul, I wanted to do it. And I was scared to do it. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to sit down. I mean, I don't care how I look. I'm just going to turn this camera on and I'm just going to start talking. And look at us now. What episode is this? 18?
Yeah.
We 18 episodes in, and we getting better and better and better each one. So I definitely agree with you on that. It definitely comes from within. You gotta have it in you. You gotta have it in you to want to do it. So that's what's up, man. Y'all got any questions for Town, man?
Well, you know, I'm always asked the same questions. You know what I mean? The question I'm always asked is like, what type of, when it's all said and done, like, what type of legacy is you trying to like leave behind?
When I leave behind this earth, I want everybody to know that any problems you have, please express it. You don't want that building inside of you. Because if you let that building inside of you, you'll never know, or you'll keep guessing like, why didn't people get to know? Just try to see what happens. You get to tell what's going on and see what could happen. Because right now, back then, it was hard to get through people, but it's easy now. Social media is so it's.
You I know you got a couple new songs out, right?
Yes.
What's the name of the song you got out now?
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. What does that mean? Because I seen the video, and I see you got the sword, and I see the Asian writing in it. What does Konnichiwa mean?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, okay. I never knew that. So that's how you. What language is that?
Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa. Okay.
Konnichiwa.
You got any more music you getting ready to put out?
Yes, I do have music, but I'm not a rapper.
Okay. You gonna put it out?
When I feel like
If you
it.
feel like it.
Yeah, because I'm not a rapper. People think I'm a rapper. I'm not. Just because I make good music, can put, like, you know, I'm not just put anything out. I'm different. I'm not just put anything out. I'm different. I'm not a rapper. Because I'm not just, people label me, oh, you're a rapper. No, I'm not.
You just do a hook every now and then.
Yeah, I can. You know what I'm saying? I got some music I haven't released yet.
Okay.
I think that's what you should be a celebrity featured hook maker.
A hook maker?
Yeah.
I can. I remember I did that back in the day. People always ask me to talk on their album, talk on their album.
Do skits.
Yes, I used to talk and I used to get paid from that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I used to do that. So that stuff was
Because you got that unique voice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You got that.
Everybody should do voice acting.
Yeah.
I always like to. I could try that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely for maybe like cartoons or something.
Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could create a cartoon
Disney?
for me.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
you.
well, Disney.
We gotta get you down to Disney, man.
A-Town cartoon.
Now that you
I want 10% on that idea right there.
now that you switched your life to a more positive position, yeah, you might go holler at Disney, man. You might. I see a check at Disney waiting for you, man.
Disney. I respect Disney. I like Nickelodeon too.
It's a check there waiting for you, Town.
No,
I said we ain't gonna pigeonhole ourselves into
Right. Anybody that's cutting the check.
Yeah, let's keep it open.
Right.
Let's keep it open. Let's keep it PBS Kids. That's where that money is.
Yeah, that's where that bread is.
I know what stuff
With
is
the
at.
kids, right?
Yes. See.
Do you see yourself as a role model to others, especially like people going through the health issues that you've been through?
It's crazy. It's not to be cocky, but some people say they look at me as a god. I'm like, don't do that. Don't ever call me a god. Please don't.
But you do see yourself as a role model to people.
I had some people crying. Every time I used to walk around, people right in black.
Give me an experience. Give me a situation.
I'm in the mall one day. This kid, he was a white bull.
Caucasian?
No, really white.
Okay.
He was crying. He was happy to see me, but he started crying. I'm like, you alright? I just want a picture. I'm like, you could get a picture, relax. Like, he just kept crying. And I was like uncomfortable. But what really shocked me was it was this deaf kid. All he kept doing was this. I'm like, he got
birds.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what the hell you do to these people?
Right.
Wow.
When you did that, I said, hey,
How'd that make you feel?
it's like, what the heck you do to these people?
Gave people hope. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man.
I give people hope.
Yeah, give people hope, man.
Yeah.
Good morning to you.
How's that giving people
the
hope?
birds.
How's it get
Like-
chirping.
Because some people, like, it's like imagine you checking out before it's time for you to check out, and then you do something just as simple as just flapping your arms. Like that kid just saw, I saw somebody flapping their arms.
That's like somebody, like if you see somebody you relate to, case in point, I don't know if you ever seen the basketball player, the guy, he got one arm. But he went all the way to college, D1 college, balling. Somebody like that, you give people hope that it's a little kid that got one arm, and they might think, oh, I can never play basketball, I can't go D1. But now that you see this individual that looks like you, did it, reached a high level, that's giving people hope. And that's what you guys did. You know what I mean? You got to such a level, you around celebrities, you got people reposting, celebrities reposting you. That's giving people hope, saying, man, I can have, a disability, or I can be different, and I can still reach the level that A-Town reach. That's how you
That's
give people hope.
Yeah.
It's like even like like with the dialysis. I mean, like like I've known a lot of people that had dialysis. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? They stopped hoping for the kidney to come through. You know what I mean? They stopped. They got to the point where say, I'm just gonna go through dialysis and just go through the process. You know what I mean? Where you didn't have two kidneys. You know what I mean? And they, so it's like, well, wow, if he got one, then mine is on his way too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like you gotta, look at the whole broad picture. Like, hey, you know what? Especially because you're able to publicize. You got the platform, you can publicize. Hey, I got the new kidney. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's probably sitting in their room like now, like, oh, he got one. I'm gonna get one too. Mine's is on his way. You know what I'm saying? That's that hope. You know what I mean? So you look at it from that standpoint.
But don't
man.
look at me as that though.
No.
Because I had some people was
I hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Because some people, when I got that kidney, they thought they was expecting me to get it, but now they look at me as like, if A-Town, like suppose he got it. If A-Town, like don't look at me as hope.
Right.
Like basically think I
hear
was
what
a
you're saying.
nobody.
You don't want that. You don't want to take nothing from God. You don't want to be exalted. You just want to, like, that's kind of where you come in at. You don't want to be exalted.
No, it's like I don't want to feel like just like saying that I'm the reason why I give y'all hope just because of the kidney. How many other people that had kidneys don't just depend on me.
Right. Right. I got you.
But I mean, everybody's story touches people differently. You know what I mean? Like, so it may be somebody like you just said. You might post something, anything, and you just talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a picture. You know what I mean? In your hospital gown, and somebody see it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not just, you know, that ain't all you are, but just that inspiration for an individual that look up to you. You know what I mean? Like I said, I told my daughter, she was like, oh, yeah, everybody know A-Town. You know what I mean? So people watch.
Not everybody knows me.
Well, I mean, you know.
Enough people.
Well, this new generation don't know.
Right, the new generation.
Right, this new generation don't know, but it's okay.
But they will, though.
But I'm happy that, I'm not saying that they don't get to know me, but, you know, when they see a good person, not just, you know, saying somebody trying to get over. So I'm happy this new generation.
Not somebody just on social media,
just doing stuff.
Just doing crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got real stuff going on.
Right, and their parents too, because I didn't understand this. And I'm going to keep it real, and this stuff was upsetting back years ago when I tried to talk for the school, when I did the elementary school in South Philly, and I got in trouble. Even I talked to the principal and everything.
How'd you get in trouble?
How? Because it was in the newspaper. How? Because the kids went back and told their parents about me. Because I was talking to them about having a pizza party and you gotta have a certain amount of good grades. And the kids must have went back to their parents, and the parents like, why is he up here speaking? This and that, all this stuff. The principal didn't have my back. The janitor didn't have my back. It was in the newspaper. I couldn't come at the newspaper guy because he had AIDS. So it was like, it was so upsetting. It's like, dog.
So you did get some backlash.
That was some backlash. Yeah,
that's
some backlash
right there. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
Okay. Yeah, so that really hurted me.
So who invited you to the school? Did somebody invite you?
Yes. The janitor that works at the school and talked to the principal, and I got to met the principal.
And the parents felt a certain type of way that they didn't give the okay or the green light for you to talk to their children.
I guess so, but I don't know what. I'm like, what's the deal?
Like you did something bad.
Right, and I'm like, what did I do? I just try to encourage them.
Right.
Because as soon as that music came out, that Good Morning to You, as soon as that music came on and I popped my head out, the whole kids went crazy. So I thought everything was good. I guess the kids, you know what I'm saying? But I understand if somebody different would come.
But you know what, Tam?
It's probably one parent.
No.
That started all that.
Because when you look at some of the stuff you were doing back then, it's kind of conflicting. Like some of the stuff with you know who that you were doing, and some of the stuff that you were doing with the females, and some of the stuff that you were talking about, and then going through your kidney issue and your dialysis, and then talking positive. It probably confused a lot of people. You know what I mean? And that's probably why the parents did what they did. But now you're on a completely different path.
But still, what's the difference right there? You see these rappers doing all this stuff.
Right.
So what's the difference now? You see? It doesn't matter if I was doing that or that. They was doing that, you like the kids come around.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah. It's not no difference, but
exactly.
Yeah. But
in this climate, in this entertainment, you never know what people gonna label you as.
No matter, I don't care how positive you are, how much you give back, it's gonna be people that's gonna have negative things to say on social media, and that's what we were saying earlier. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it was. I guarantee you, it was one parent, and they was just somebody that was, you know what I mean?
It just kept.
Right, just like making a big fuss out of it.
Pushing the button, kept calling. Why is he up there? Why is he up there? Yeah.
What was like? Remember, Lean on Me?
Yeah, that one lady.
And the one lady, her son was the drug dealer of the school, but the one lady kept complaining to the point where he had to
About
sit
the
down.
principal.
He had to lose his job. You know what I'm saying? Not lose his job, but he had to sit down for a minute. You know what I mean? So it only take one person to really make everything bad, man. But at the end of the day, it's like you can't even look at it as they isolated you or pointed you out. You know what I mean?
They really kind of did, because instead of getting to know me, but I was really upset because the principal didn't have my back.
Yeah, everybody turned against you.
Yeah, and that was like upsetting me. And it's like,
Y'all brought me here for this.
Right, y'all brought me in. I'm like, and I said to myself,
They threw you to the wolves.
right, and basically it's like, and my only people they even really helped out. They just try to look into it like, oh yeah, you good, you okay? No,
How'd you deal with that though? All that pressure.
I had to ignore it. Just kept ignoring it and
Just
keep
keep
doing
going.
my thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff I just keep doing my thing, and that and it's like it's not making it any better when your people's not doing right by you and just all this stuff. That's why I was like, every time I come out, I had to do all this. Like I didn't want to do all none of it. I just wanted to try and find peace. But now since I got peace, I do come out. When I do come out, it ain't no upset. And even though it's crazy how 10 years of this, still a decade, people still happy to see me. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Because usually people, you don't hear from them, or they done, or they doing something else, or you know what they doing, but you never hear people calling their names. You hear screaming A-Town, or people pulling up to the side, A-Town, get a picture. Even at funerals, people, I went to a funeral this past Thursday. Remember I said I had to go to a funeral?
Yeah.
Because my friend died from dialysis and cancer. That hurted me. But this guy, he used to work, he worked at some mall or something. He came to me somehow. He said that I know it's not the good time to ask for a picture. But can I said, no, it's not a good time. See, two things I do not ask for, you can't take a picture with me is while I'm eating and I'm at a cemetery or I'm at a funeral. Those are no good time to ask for pictures.
Right. You gotta put boundaries up.
You have
Definitely. Because you gotta keep your peace, man.
Like, cause some people get mad when you eat, and it's like, sorry, they be getting mad. Like, so why come out? Cause I have the right to like you come out. Like people was mad because I was in Walmart. Like people like, what are you shopping here? What you mean? I'm just like you. Well, you working here. I'm here just trying to shop. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, shop for food or stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be at these fancy stores and all this stuff. Who says so?
You isolated.
Like, cause before, when I was a nobody, I still was shopping at these stores. So don't let the fancy stuff block from what you started from. Because you always can be right back down so fast.
Always remember where you came from.
Right, never forget. That's what I said. I ain't afraid. Like before, I was afraid to be around certain things because people kept knowing me too much and this and that. But after that, at time I got over it. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid to go grocery shopping.
Wow.
Because how people would come up to me, I'm trying to shop, figure stuff out, watch stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, Town. We ain't gonna keep you here too much longer. I'm gonna ask you one last question. What's something you learned about yourself going through both the fame and the personal adversity? Something that you just learned about yourself going through everything that you've been through with the fame, health issues.
What I learned is that as time you mature of certain things. When I say mature, means that you learn who to hang around and not to hang around. You see the stuff they doing. Do you still continue to hang with them because they're having fun and doing stuff, being around people that you want to be around, want to feel like you're important too, or that you don't want to be around and you want to move on because they're doing bad stuff and you want to be better than what they are, and they see it and then you know that okay, it's bigger and better stuff for you to do. You have to be around that. That's why I said mature wise.
So you pretty much learned how to separate yourself from things you don't want to be involved with.
Right.
And people. Basically, really people. Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man. Y'all got any last words or input for Town, man?
Man, I mean, it's nice meeting you. You know what I mean, getting to know you, hear your story. You know what I mean? And, I believe you, it's two, like you said, you got, your real self and then you got A-Town. But I believe the contrast of the two is giving people hope. You know what I mean? Like it's people are seeing it, people know about you, and now they're seeing you turn over a new, a different leaf. You know what I mean? So keep doing your thing, man. Keep being you. You know what I mean? And you know, like I said, I really do believe just listening to the audio, the different videos, and you know what I mean, some of your signature stuff, man. Like I think, you know, like hooks, skits, you know what I'm saying, like cartoon, like it's something there for you, man.
It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
Everybody keeps saying that it's coming, but I'm
It's
playing.
coming back.
When I want, like, you know me, I am impatient. I like stuff done now. That's me. I like stuff done now. That's me. And I think that's everybody's stuff works on patience. You know what I'm saying?
patience,
And I like stuff done now. I like stuff done now.
Gotta wait for God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait for
you know what I'm
God,
saying?
man.
Because with patience, it's like you get the better reward.
Right, and that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's for like, because, you know, who want to be stuck in the house all the time? Who want to be doing all this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you got to move. You have to move.
Gotta move. But in the process, like, you know what I mean, as you wait and just, it's like you still keep moving, but you still wait. You still waiting. You know what I mean? It's like patience. A lot of people think patience means stop. No, patience don't mean to stop. It just means, okay, you know what? It's just not my time for that particular situation. But you keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You move stuff with other
Yeah.
things. Don't focus on that right now. The more you focus on that, I keep hearing, it takes longer. So the more you're not thinking about it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
let
gonna
it go.
keep
Let
it a
it go.
perfect. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Your phone, right? Nobody calls you, right? But let's say you in the bathroom trying to pee or something. You come back with all these missed calls.
Right.
There you go. You be like, what the heck? I've been waiting. People calling, they not calling because you on your phone too much.
constantly looking
You waiting for the call.
Right, you waiting.
Yeah.
But let's say you just put your phone down. Let's say you're going out, like going downstairs, fix yourself something to eat, and you never hear your phone ringing. And all of a sudden, so you get done fixing yourself something to eat, and done eating what you're doing downstairs, and all of a sudden you come back with all these missed calls, text messages like, I just called you, call me back. You like, what? That's what I'm saying. There you go.
Patience. Yeah.
That's what's up, y'all. So, y'all just got a lesson from A-Town. Have patience.
Absolutely.
Have patience. Wait for it, and it's gonna come sooner or later. But keep moving. You gotta keep moving in your process and in your journey. And everything that's meant for you gonna come to you anyway,
Absolutely.
through guys. So,
Absolutely.
well, A-Town, we definitely appreciate you stopping by the pod, man.
Thank
I
you.
mean, we wish you a happy early birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank you.
It is gonna be 4th of July weekend.
Right.
So happy 4th of July to all the people out there.
Yeah, I
you
like
know.
fireworks.
You know what I mean? Be
I
careful
definitely-
with them fireworks.
No, I really love fireworks.
You like fireworks?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
like it. It's
You gonna
just,
go see them this week down the Parkway or somewhere?
I saw that when the last time I saw that at the Parkway was like before I came big, and last time Neo was performing. Then after Neo was performing, the fire was lit up, and all I heard was people was running, and because gunshots. I didn't even hear guns. All I heard, and people was running, and cops was like, "Go home, go home." At that day, I was lit with somebody from Culinary Arts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? So that part, it was just.
Yeah. Make sure y'all be careful out there. Y'all
Yeah.
shooting them
Yeah.
guns and all that, cause
That stuff is stupid.
them bullets gotta come down and hit something.
Yeah.
I mean, what goes up comes down. So make sure y'all be careful out there.
Right, fireworks to stay up. They don't come down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Make
You
sure
know
y'all
what I'm
be
saying?
careful.
Yes, and you know what I'm saying? So fireworks is expensive. So I would love to give me some fireworks and buy a few and just let
Especially
them
with the tariffs. Fireworks very expensive
Yeah.
now.
Right, it definitely is. So,
So-
yeah, I definitely love fireworks. It's just me. So, you know what I'm saying? But hey, just be careful, y'all.
Well, Phil doing a Juneteenth joint. You might want. You doing a big fireworks show this year, man?
Yeah, but it ain't gonna be Juneteenth, of course. It's gonna be in August.
It's gonna be in
yeah.
August, but he always
Yeah,
do
we
a big
No.
firework display.
Yeah, I see what you're saying
Yeah.
because it's always
You should come
summertime.
downtown. The kids would love to see you, man.
In the summertime, there always be fireworks. Even it's like not even 4th of July. Yep, I remember that my last birthday. Went to by the zoo. It was by the zoo, but it was like West River Drive with
Okay.
everybody be chilling
They
there.
had fireworks last night down at the Dell.
Did they?
Yeah, they had a
Okay.
free concert down there.
Oh,
Who
okay.
performed?
I'm not sure who performed, but they had free fireworks. It was on the expressway. I seen the. I was like, damn, where they coming from?
Okay.
Wait,
Then when I got home, I looked it up. It was the Dell. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Fireworks last night.
wait, because that last year by West River Drive by the zoo, when you see the cars coming that way, you down there, all of a sudden it was my birthday. All of a sudden these fireworks start coming up. by the zoo, and it was so nice. It was just so nice, and it was telling me every time I look at fireworks or trains going by, means success, means turning up, something's great is about to. I don't know. There's certain things I can see. Like I'm real different in the spiritual world, so that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm different with that.
All right, well, you definitely make sure you enjoy your birthday and the 4th of July this week.
Yeah, I'll pray. You know what I'm saying? Right.
And y'all too out there, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all 4th of July. Make sure y'all tap in the A-Town social media page. He's on all social media platforms, as well as the Pod and Weather the Storm Entertainment. We're on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all comment. Yeah, I mean, tell us what y'all want to see, who y'all want to see. Watch the past episodes. Like I said, we did that Father's Day episode. Summertime is here, y'all. So let's enjoy it. Let's be safe. Let's have fun. On that note, we here at the Pod. We out. Peace.
Representing my USA, you know what I mean?
Good job, town. Good job.